The next exercise we'll be looking at is the shapes. Now the shapes are to practice and to reinforce all the things we've learnt in the previous drawings. Plus we do a little bit more geometric construction. Now the way I would recommend to do this is load your previous drawing as we've done before to keep all the settings, delete everything including the title box. Then we can simply go through and draw each of the groups of the shapes. Okay, so draw all the outlines, all the center lines, do that for all the shapes, then go back and dimension them if you have time. Okay, so they're just an exercise, you don't have to hand them in. Now, if we look back to the first thing, I'm not going to go through and show you how to draw these because this is for you to see how much you've learned. Now, I'll just go over a couple of key things that you need to look for though. So if we look at the first shape, the way we do this, we know the distance from here to here is 75. So we could draw a line straight across and draw two circles. Then we could draw this arc by tangent, tangent at a radius, because we know the radius. And the same thing here. So they're the type of things we've got to look for. Similarly, over here, we know this is radius 40, which is a quarter of a circle. So we know from this point to the center is 25 from the center to here, and then we know it's 40. So we know it's 65 from here to the center of this radius, and similarly across here, we know it's from here to here is 40, from here to here is again 25. Now also one thing that you haven't done before is draw a polygon. Alright, so what we'll do, I'll actually go back to AutoCAD just to show you how to do that. So if we go to the draw, drop down menu, we go over to polygon, we can select. Now if we go back, we've got to count the sides. So as we can see, we've got 6 sides. Now the measurement we look for is from the corner to corner. So there's 2 ways to position or size a polygon. One is from the center to the corner. So as you can see, that would make a triangle across here, and that would be the same size as that. The other way is circumscribed, which is from the center to the center of the flat. So we want inscribed from the center to the corner, so it's the same as this dimension here. So we'll go back, and we can select the number of sides, which is 6, enter. The center of the polygon, I'll just select here, doesn't really matter, and as I said, we want to be inscribed. And now as I moved out, you can see that from the center is to the corner, not to the center of the flat. Okay, so if I type 12 and then enter, we can see the polygon. Now if I draw the other one just to show you how it works, we go polygon and number of sides 6. The center I'll select here, but this time I'll select circumscribe. Alright, now as you move out, you can see the radius is represented from the center to the center of a flat. Alright, so again I'll type 12, and you can see how they're different sizes. Okay, so I'll go back. We'll just have a look at one more, and then I'm going to leave you to do the rest. So if we look at the handle, we zoom in a little bit closer. So things we've got to look for here. We can draw the rectangle from the center to the outside. Would obviously be half of that, which is 16, and from here to here would be half of 20, which is 10. So from this corner to the outside would be 6, which means the radius must have a 1 millimeter flat here, and then if we draw the 1 millimeter flat straight down vertical, and then we draw another horizontal line across 5, we know the centre of that circle. Okay, so they're the things we've got to look for when we do these exercises. So I'm not going to explain anymore. I'm going to allow you to work through all of these, but just look for key points as you go through and make sure you're reading the drawing. For example, this drawing here, as you can see, from here to here is 10. It doesn't give you a radius on the inside, but we can work that out because we know from the centre to the outside is 50. We also know from the centre to here is 11. And we know from here to here is 20. So if we add the 20 and the 11 together, which is 31, and as I said, if we minus that off the 50, we know obviously that must be from here to here is 19. So they're the things we need to look at. So go ahead, give it a try, and you should have the ability now to finish this exercise.